This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms and opportunities for businesswomen to be seen and heard. This platform is for the women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. Come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration, and monthly masterclasses for you to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. These are the platforms to hear and share the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome to the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. And I am thrilled and excited to introduce you to Josie Truelove from Josie Truelove Mindset Coaching. Josie, this is such a pleasure to speak to you today. Please tell us about your business.
Oh, thank you for having me here today, Trudy. So I'm Josie Truelove, and I offer mindset and calm coaching, helping people to let go of their anxiety, their overthinking, fears and self-doubt that's keeping them stuck so they can have more calm, confidence, clarity, and just move forward in life, to live life and have fun.
I love all of that. That's how I look at life as well. So it's brilliant. In your chapter, you talk about moving through the good and the bad parts to become a better and more compassionate person. Why was that important to you?
So it was really important. I wrote my chapter because I really wanted to inspire other solo entrepreneurs like myself that they can still run a business and have fun. And sometimes in life, we get caught up in bad times, stress times, things aren't going quite the way we want. And for me, rather than judging them and giving up, it's actually our greatest learnings. And in my chapter, I put it in life's lessons because I was in a job for 10 years and I was really unhappy. But later in life, when I look back and reframed it, these gave me everything I needed for what the coaching I do today. I work with people who are just having such awful times. I went through their journey with them. But compassion is all about having empathy, but giving people hope and taking action to come through the other side. And that's what's my time in the police force, where I really work with people in the most dreadful times. I help them to come through this. And I saw things that totally, I feel I'm sort of unshockable now, that I can really help people with what they're going through. So this is why I mentioned it in my book, to say, just when things aren't looking quite how you want them to, just embrace them, go with it, and there will be immense learning with it.
I think it's really interesting as well, because when you talk about being in the police force and that feeling of being a good person and compassionate when you are up against some of the things that we will never have seen, must have been hard at times.
Oh, yes. I mean, in the police was never really, when I say I enjoyed the job, but I never felt it was my purpose in life to be in the police force. But it gave me so many benefits. It gave me all the skills I've got for today. But every day it was putting a mask on, because you never know what you're coming against, the fears, the animosity from people. But there was lovely people as well. So every day you never quite knew what you were going into. And that's where really I feel I can have compassion now, because I have been through everything myself and come through the other side, as well as helping other people through it.
Traveling is such an important part of who you are. What does that give you?
So I love this question, because it's a question I always ask people when they say they're looking for something in life. What is it that you're looking for behind that? But I think because I was born on a farm, and from very young age, we were just roaming free on the farm. And then I actually studied travel at college, and then just went to France for 7 years and took people on trail rides on horses. So I think it was sort of born within me. And I came back, and it was by coincidence I ended up on the airline. And then the police force, actually, because it was so financially good, gave me the finances to travel worldwide. And what travel gives me is the new opportunities, the experiences. You just, every time you travel, you grow, you meet people, you flow. It's a flow of life. It's a journey. And yeah, I think it's just part of who I am. And who'd have ever known, when I wanted to be a therapist and I believed I had to be static and have a therapy room, that I would suddenly be a mobile therapist traveling the whole country and abroad. So that's why it's just, travel for me opens up possibilities. You just never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to go, and what new skills you may actually come across on the way.
But I love meeting people like you that can have these conversations, because there's a lot of people that travel is not in them. It's not what they want to do. They're happy with where they are. They're happy to not go and see these things. And to me, that's absolutely fine. But I'm one of those people that loves to travel. I love going to see new cultures and immersing in what's out there as well. And I think that it in different ways, it gives people different things and that sense of freedom.
Absolutely. And I think it's about what your passion is. So I just love traveling, and I love horses, and I love my therapies, and they've come together all together. And it doesn't matter if you don't like traveling. And sometimes just listening to other people's stories is lovely. And actually, I when I was traveling, I didn't have a base, and I craved to have a base. And I actually hadn't done all my mindset work then. I could see how I was constantly living in the future when I get my house. But now we've got my house and I'm settled, it's lovely to have that foundation. And traveling to me can just be, we've bought a van, just go in the van down to the nearest beach. Yeah. That can be traveling, parking up, having a picnic. It doesn't have to be getting on a plane. It can just be new walks, new places, just being open. And a lot of my travels to do with nature as well, getting outdoors in nature. That's what I love.
Perfect. You have what seems an unwavering faith in that this is the next thing for me and I'll just let it happen. But how does it feel to be confident in the outcome being right?
So, yeah, it's a really interesting question, actually, because I actually don't believe in right or wrong, because I think being right or wrong is actually a self-judgment. Because what's right for one person isn't for another. Mm-hmm. I have an unwavering faith in my practice, in my meditation practice, in awareness of my thoughts. I can see now when my thoughts are, taking me in a direction that's not useful to me. And with my practice, I can let that go and come back to the moment. So I have an unwavering faith in my practice because I know it works. I've had enough experiences throughout my life to know that things happen at the right timing. I always have enough to do what I want to do. So I have this, that's through experience of practicing what I actually teach and share and coach. Well, and the outcome being right. So our minds are very limited because they come from our beliefs. So actually, if I set goals and what I want to do, and then I enjoy the journey and I'm open to the outcome, feeling I'm aligned to it. But if I set exactly how something should look at the end, I may actually miss a huge part of life by being in my limited mindset. So it's about my unwavering faith is just trusting the journey and having the discernment when it feels right to say yes and have a go, even if you feel scared. There's people to help you can get through it with mindset work. But if it feels no, it's having the discernment to say, actually, no, that's not for me either.
Yeah, and trusting yourself in that.
Absolutely. There's a saying that I absolutely love, and it's the mind thinks it knows what it wants, which is why sometimes we decide what an outcome should look like. But our soul knows our journey. So sometimes listening to our inner intuition, listening to our inner self. And then that's when you come to the outcome, when it's right or wrong. And there's never wrong, actually, because wrong is just a learning in life. It's just a belief.
Brilliant. If there was one lesson that you'd want every entrepreneur to know, what would it be?
The one lesson would be, don't be alone. Just don't be alone in your business. There's help out there. I think because I work on my own and I actually sometimes miss being in that teamwork. So for me, it's really important to reach out, and if it's business coaching you want, or if it's to do with the mindset, or you need your health, or reach out there and join with somebody else and get help. Don't be on your own. Absolutely.
I think that's one of the things that we as women entrepreneurs find much harder, is to ask for help and to find the right people to be able to, and sometimes it's just finding the right communities to be able to feel like you're not alone in how you think and what you're doing.
So it's surrounding yourself with people who inspire you. It's surrounding yourself in people who are sometimes where you're trying to go, or want to be, or they just inspire you. So yeah.
What's your favorite business book?
So my favorite business book is it's by Jo James, who is actually featured in your book, and it's called Make Your Mondays Matter. And the reason I love Jo so much is because she's She's dynamic. The book is simple. It's really understandable. It's got lots of places to write in too. And she works with mindset and NLP. So for me, this book is absolutely perfect to have me in the right mindset to keep moving forward in my business. I love the book. Thank you, Jo.
That is brilliant. Bit of cross promotion there. Excellent. Josie, it's such a pleasure to have you in Shine You Crazy Daisy Volume 4. And thank you so much for being involved in the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me. And it's been a really exciting journey. Thank you, Trudy.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and click the subscribe button for this channel for more inspiration. If you're a businesswoman looking for that community that will support you and lift you up, come and join the Shine You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration and monthly masterclasses to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. And for even more inspiration, please go to the link under the video and get your copy of the Shine You Crazy Daisy series of books with inspirational and motivating stories from businesswomen around the world.